Hello, this is teddygaming Reviews here, and welcome back to another video. With the Superman Red Son being released and being added to the DC Animated Universe roster, I thought it would be a good time to state my opinions about it. Now, I'd like to state that this is not a review for starters, but this is just my opinions, and I know that people have different opinions about everything, so yeah. So, let's get straight into it. So, of course, I had to explain a little bit of the plot, and then I'll go into why it really annoyed me. So, the storyline is where Superman didn't land in Metropolis, but instead, he actually landed up in Russia. And so, he reveals himself to the world, and this all takes place in the 1940s and 50s. But when he comes across some starting horrors about Russia, about them taking prisoners in and using them for work, Superman is horrified by this and kills the man who did this. By doing this, this opens up to a whole new generation and a different world, which Superman now thinks is his responsibility to take over and also see to it that it is more peaceful. And the only way which he can do it is by making everyone under his control. Now, this leads on to some interesting points in the movie, but at the same time, it really does annoy a lot of stuff out of it, or like for me. So, first of all, they added too many DC comic book characters and references. Now, I wouldn't really say references, but I definitely would say heroes. For instance, we got a Batman vs Superman fight. It's never really happened in the comics, and they felt the need to put it in here, which in reality it served no purpose for the movie. So in this scene, Batman uses the red lights to take away Superman's power, then beats him up, and one of them decides it's a good idea to destroy the lights so that Cal can kill him. But instead, Batman kills himself, and that's a good idea. But the only thing is, it doesn't lead to anywhere. It was a pointless plot line or subplot line which didn't result in anything, and it was a bad idea. Second thing, or another thing with this little bit was they made Batman Russian. Who the hell did come up with this idea? You know? And yeah, it led to nothing. It started off with basically Batman wanting to try to try to fix the wrongs, but he ended up just killing himself anyway. Now, the Wonder Woman part in this movie, she served a little bit of purpose, but in reality, she basically served nothing for this movie. They could have dealt without her, and it still would have played out the same. With Green Lantern, that's pretty much the same as well. They didn't need to include him, but they felt the need to include him just because it's basically their version of Russian Justice League. And even though it's a good idea, but it doesn't really lead to anything. I mean, Hal Jordan just reforms the Green Lantern Corps on Earth and takes the fight to Superman, but Superman just kills him and that's it. I mean, what was supposed to do in this situation? Superman is too overpowered, for all the members, and they try to basically try to throw everything they do have at him, and it really doesn't work, and that really goes throughout the movie. Now, another thing which really annoyed me was how they briefly went over plot lines, which could have lasted like 5-10 minutes. So, take for instance this scene where Brainiac is taking out a city. He decides to take out the city, and Superman stops the ship. But the only problem is that he can't retrieve the city to normal, and he reprograms Brainiac. Now, this will be an okay bit for a subplot line. The only problem is that they lead this pretty far on into the movie. I mean, that's not bad enough. They just briefly go over it within one sentence, where this person working for a museum just says, "Oh, Brainiac nearly destroyed the world, but Superman stopped him and reprogrammed." I mean, and that was like in their movie timeline, that was in like a few years, so they briefly went over that far too fast. And then yeah, they do go quite a lot of stuff really fast, and yeah, and then like probably the last thing which I do have to say about the movie is the fact that they rush in Brainiac as the villain. Now, he was never set up to be the villain. He was the only one time he was actually ever set up to be the villain was when he started invading Earth and then was stopped by a cow. Now, this was his whole plan all along, was to get captured and then he can just kill them, Lex Luthor and Superman right there. Now, this would be a bad idea. 5-10 minutes, if only they. So, take for instance, this scene being there, throughout the movie, Brainiac is taking him out to city, and then all of a sudden he decides to check out the city, and Superman stops the ship. And the only problem is that then they rush this whole city to normal, and Superman reprograms Brainiac field. Now, and then this would be a hole through his chest for a subplot line. That's the only problem is that they lead Superman, but pretty far on defeated within a few seconds. I mean, that's not bad, and not even that. It was they just rushly go over it within one sentence because ships go back. Where man just throws all in space. That's a good idea. Brainiac did bring back so he destroyed the world, but Superman stopped him and reprogrammed. And yeah, I mean, this would last like a good movie, 5-10 minutes, if they did take away those things which I did say, or expand on the ideas which they did or give throughout the movie. Now, one thing which I did like to give props up to the movie, which was sort of annoying, but I understand, but it was hard to understand the characters when they're speaking in a Russian accent. But that wasn't down to them; it was down to the storyline, which I do give them props. They did actually go through all the way with it, so well done to you. But yeah, this is it's an okay movie. It started off really well, but then it got bad. And if you do watch all the other DC movies, you'll start to see that this one is probably in line with the Batman Hush movie, where it's a good setup to all the other stuff, but then slowly throughout the movie it becomes bad, and yeah. So I do see this as a step in the wrong direction for DC. But with the trailer for Justice League Dark, I do see this as an opportunity to learn from the mistakes, where you shouldn't add in too many characters which are not necessary or is not needed to say. I mean, if they're going to really do like a full Justice League Russian movie, they must have just added everyone else in. I mean, it does do that. It must just call it Russian, like Justice League Under Red Sun, but it's supposed to be about Superman. But they did add too many DC characters in, and it also do this one again. I will say that need to improve all the points which I did say earlier, but expand some of them and possibly get rid of some characters. And yeah, I think if they was to do a different storyline where it was just Batman, they'll only have Batman characters. So that's another thing which they should learn from. But overall, this was a pretty bad movie, and I do hope you can understand my points on this movie or side. I know that if you did like this movie, then good for you. But do understand that this is just my opinion, and yeah. So really, that's it for today, guys. If you do like this, if you like this rant, so yeah, yeah, goodbye, yo, bye, yeah.